Software engineering is a combination of standard methodology, techniques, and tools. Methodology is the process. We have alternative name. Methodologies are also called software process models. So we have standard methodologies, standard techniques, and standard tools to develop high quality product. So there are 3 layers in software engineering, and the result will be high quality software. If we don't apply standard methodology, standard techniques, standard tools, result will be low quality product. But before that, we need to understand what's the quality. Less error, high performance, meet the user requirements. Fitness, not the fitness club. Fitness for the purpose to meet the user requirements. Fitness for the purpose to meet the user requirements. That the software or product must meet the user requirements. User must be satisfied. User must be happy. That's the definition. If, for example, we have any product software and it's not working according to our requirements, mafi faida, no benefit. User will be unhappy and they will reject or software will fail. You have any knowledge how many percentage of software that are developed, how many percentage of software failure? Anybody has idea what is the failure rate of software out of 100%? If we say in percentage, how many software fail out of 100% that are developed? 65% is the failure rate. Out of 100 software, 65 fail because they are not developed as per the customer requirements or user requirements. Users are not happy. Maybe due to they are not user friendly. Like for example, Linux or Unix or Mac, they are very good operating system, but the users don't like them and they prefer to use Windows. The usage of Microsoft Windows, anybody knows how many users in the world in terms of percentage they are using Windows? Almost 90%, it's 89 point something, so we say 90%, almost 90% of the market in the world, they are using Windows because Windows is more user friendly. Microsoft Windows operating system is more user friendly, even though it's not very good operating system, but because users are happy, users are satisfied. Linux, Unix are far better than the Windows, but users prefer to use Linux or Microsoft Windows as compared to Linux or Unix. So that's about the quality. But in terms of quality attributes, we say that software must be economical, reliable, and efficient. So when we define software engineering, we say that use of standard methodologies, techniques, and tools to develop a software that must be economical, reliable, and efficient. What is the meaning of economical? So as a software engineering, when we apply software engineering, the software cost must be cheap, must be economical. It should be in the range of customers. You know the business rule. If the cost is cheap, you have more customer. For example, mobile phones were very expensive at the beginning, so there were few customers. As the mobile phones were cheaper, now you can see even sweeper or cleaning guy or clerk, low level staff, they have one phone or two phones because the cost is reduced and sale is increased. So as a job of software engineering, we say when we apply software engineering, the software cost must be cheaper, must be economical. Then what's reliability? We as a human, we have relations, brother, sister, father, mother, uncle. We can trust on our father, we can depend on our father. But as a software, how we can depend on a software? Do what is meant to do at the time that is needed. The software should have minimum bugs and it should be stable. It should not crash again and again. And it should have minimum bugs. So that's the reliability. That we can trust, we can depend. For example, Linux or Unix are highly reliable as compared to Windows, which is highly unreliable. So there are two extremes, high reliability and low reliability. Windows is low reliability, has low reliability, and Linux, Unix, Mac, Sun Solaris, they have high reliability. So because the Linux or Unix have minimum bugs, whereas Microsoft Windows has so many bugs and they are continuously inherited from Windows, the first window till the last window, because Microsoft never tried to fix those bugs. Microsoft always introduce patches. Patches are like puncture, like you have car and you have normally the tires are punctured. You go to the puncture shop on the gas station, you find the puncture guy, he will use super glue or something to fill the puncture. So Microsoft introduced patches to introduce exception, and when there is exception, you just avoid that bug and you continue to move to the next step. So that's the strategy or policy of Microsoft, because Microsoft knows that reliability is not their strength. Their strength is usability. So they always try to increase the usability as compared to increase the reliability, because Linux is more reliable, and even Microsoft is using Linux server, and Linux server is the most widely used server, operating system server in the world. Even Microsoft is using Linux server because they know they are much reliable. I am in this field from 1999. I never heard that Linux server is crashed. It is highly stable. It is hacked, but it is never crashed as an operating system server. But Microsoft servers or even operating system, they crash even because of electricity jerk or some virus. If you attack to your system, then you will find a beautiful blue screen, and then you have to uninstall Windows and you have to install Windows again, reinstall it. So that's normal, and you have to recover the Windows. It's normal using the Microsoft Windows. So reliability is another important quality attribute of high quality software. Then the third attribute that must be there is efficiency. How to define efficiency? Efficiency is defined as how quickly software respond to the users. As a user of websites or Google or any other website, response time should be very fast, or Amazon, eBay, Alibaba, AliExpress. Our expectation is that when we click on the link, or we are using the application, or we are using, for example, Samba mobile banking or internet banking, the response time should be fast. It should not prolonged. It should not be prolonged that I click on something and then it's loading. Downloading time is more. So its response time should be fast. For example, Google is the most widely used search engine because Google response is in millisecond, less than 1 second. If you search on something, for example, you search my name or you search software economics course or software design pattern or software engineering, you will find the response time is less than millisecond. Milli mean 10 raised power minus 3, 1 by 1000 of a second. That is the efficiency. Speed of execution. In simple words, we say speed of execution, that is the efficiency. So when we apply standard methodology, standard techniques, standard tools, the 3 layers of software engineering, the software should be economical, reliable, and efficient. So that's the definition of software engineering. Speed of execution, response time, that is called the efficiency of a software. Best way to do a task. Methodologies or processes are separate layer. Techniques is a separate layer. Tools are separate layer. So do not mix them. No milkshake. Like you put milk, sugar, apple or banana or strawberry and you have a milkshake. So, or you have laban. No. Our concept should be very clear, should be transparent. That methodology is the first layer. So when we develop a software, we select a methodology. That which methodology is suitable for our project. Then we use techniques and then we apply tools to implement the techniques and the software and the requirements, and we have our system. So we will define each layer separately to understand the concept of software engineering. Standard procedures in a company to analyze, design, and implement the software system. Standard procedures in a company to analyze, design, and implement the software system is called a methodology or a process. So the job of methodology or a software process, that we have standard procedures in any software company, in any organization, to analyze, design, and implement the software system. So all methodologies, they have these common phases. Name could be different, but objective, function, or purpose are the same. So standard procedures in a company to analyze, design, and implement the software system is called a methodology or a software process model. Is called a methodology or process. Comparison of existing system and the new system to identify the detailed requirements. So our job of analysis, we compare current system or existing system with the new or proposed system to identify the detailed requirements. That is the job of analysis. System analyst job is to do analysis of the system, and this is the highest position in our field. We start as a junior programmer or junior developer or junior software engineer. Then after 2-3 years we become senior software engineer, senior programmer or senior web developer, and then 2 to 3 years we become junior architect or become team lead. We have team. So your team has composed of 2 or 3 junior software engineers, 2 or 3 senior software engineers. Then you become team lead. Then 2 to 3 years you become junior architect. Then 2 to 3 years you become senior architect. Then 2 to 3 years you become junior project manager. Then 2 to 3 years you become senior project manager. 2 to 3 years you become junior system analyst. Then you become senior system analyst. And during that time, 15 plus years you already spent in the industry. You have experience of 15 plus years. Then you become senior analyst, and his job is to do analysis, and he is the guy who is responsible to implement the system at the customer side successfully. So it is very, very critical, a very tactical position. And system analyst and system analysis is very important phase in the methodology, because after that the requirements are going to be defined, and that these requirements, on the base of that we are going to design and implement our system. If requirements are not properly understood, not clearly defined, they are ambiguous, they are vague, our design will be wrong, and this wrong design has wrong implementation, and our software will fail, because then you need to go back to the planning and then analysis and then design and then implementation. No customer will give you so much time. That means the project is failed. So I remember the case of a software company. It's called Infosys. It's in India, and they have offices in America, Saudi Arabia, and UK, Germany. It's top level company, but they have project in America for property state business, and 2 years they wasted to do analysis, because they are not going to implement that. It was an ERP system, and they thought that the project is ERP, and we need to define our detailed requirements for the entire system, and then we will go for design, and then we go for implementation. So during that time they wasted 2 years, and customer cancelled the project. So it's very critical that you have to clearly define your requirements, and you have to move to design and implementation, so customer can use, and he can have interest in the project, and he start getting the benefit of the project. So this is very critical position, and this is very critical phase of SDLC. Okay, after the analysis you have defined your requirements, then you have design phase. How to define the design phase? Design means generating solutions of the problem and selection of the best one for the current project. So as I already defined that we have architect in our company, like civil engineering, for any construction you need an architecture. So an architect will design the architecture of a building, like our FCIT building, or King Abdullah University has so many buildings, or you have underpasses, overhead bridges, or you have train, or you have airport, shopping mall like Aziz Mall, Undulus Mall, Red Sea Mall. So there is an architect. He will design the architecture of the building, that how many rooms, where will be the pantry, bathroom, pray place, and so on. So similarly for your system, you need an architect. His job is to design the architecture of the system. And he's already working like junior software engineer, senior software engineer, team lead, junior architect, senior architect. So senior architect has experience of 8 to 10 years in the software industry. He has experience of previous projects. So he will generate alternative solutions. He will prepare alternative solutions. It's not like designing the new one. He has experience. Based on that, he will design those solutions, that these are the suitable solutions for this problem, these requirements, and then team will decide which of the design is more suitable for the current project. For example, I will explain design as intelligent strategy. Our human brain is intelligent. We are intelligent we are intelligent persons as a creature, Allah's creature. Allah has given us intelligence as a brain, and where our brain automatically generate answers based on question. Like I ask you question, you answer me based on your previous experience. Like I am teaching in, for example, in FCIT lab 6 or lab 10 or lab 11, and I asked one of the students like Muhammad Khamis Daud, like you go to Khalid bin Walid Road, which is very popular for hardware market, to purchase some hardware like headphone or monitor or keyboard, mouse or CD drive or DVD drive, and come back from Khalid bin Walid Road within 1 hour. You go and come back to FCIT from Suleimania to Khalid bin Walid Road within 1 hour. So you already have experience. You know what are the routes to go Khalid bin Walid Road and come back, like Palestine, Tahliya, Medina Road. There are different routes and there are some shortcuts. You are not stranger to Jeddah. You are already living there and you know all routes. You have your previous experience. So on the base of your experience, you know Palestine is very crowded. Tahliya sometime very crowded. So you will not pick Palestine, you will not pick Tahliya. You will pick some shortcuts to go to Khalid bin Walid Road. You park your car somewhere close to Khalid bin Walid Road, so your car is not stuck up in the traffic. So you go and then you know the deadline. The time is 1 to 2 hours. Like project has a deadline. We don't have unlimited time, lifetime to complete the project. So we know which is the most suitable solution. Based on previous, we have alternative solutions. Then team will sit together to pick the best solution, that this is the best design suitable for our project with little customization, and then you go for implementation. So that's the designing